Load selection. Load selections from a layer or layer mask boundaries. Load selections from a layer or layer masks boundaries. How to load selections from a layer or layer masks boundaries. By the way, you can select all the non-transparent areas on a layer, or if a layer mask exists, all the unmasked areas. By the way, selecting these areas is useful when you want to select text or image content that is surrounded by or contains transparent areas, or to create a selection that excludes masked areas on a layer. And you have many steps here now. Step number 1, do one of the following. To select only the non-transparent areas on an unmasked layer, control click if you use Windows, or command click if you use macOS, and the layer thumbnail is in the layer panel. And number 2, to select the unmasked areas on a layer that has a layer mask, control click if you use Windows, and then command click if you use macOS, and the layer mask thumbnail in the layers panel. Number 2, if a selection already exists, you can do any of the following. To add the pixels to an existing selection, press Ctrl Shift if you use Windows, or Command plus Shift if you use macOS, and click the layer thumbnail or layer mask thumbnail in the layers panel. And to subtract the pixels from an existing selection, press Ctrl Alt if you use Windows, or Command plus Option if you use macOS, and click the layer thumbnail or layer mask thumbnail in the layers panel. And to load the intersection of the pixels and an existing selections, and press Ctrl Alt Shift if you use Windows, or Command Option if you use and Command Option Shift if you use macOS, and click the layer thumbnail or layer mask thumbnail in the layers panel. And if you want to move all the contents of a layer, use the move tool without loading a transparency mask.